Okay. So hi guys. Today we'll be focusing on our end of year examination, the 7th. So, let's start with how did the external development in responses each rule of the chapter 7. So the first one is the weakening of the colonial rule, the one of the most important reasons, right? So before World War I, anti-colonial sentiments arose in spaces the suffering by the colonial rule. Then after that, World War II accelerated the growth of it. So after World War II, it saw the chance to revolt against European colonial rulers and gain independence. So the news of it encouraged more people, more countries to do it, like India, Indonesia, and Vietnam. So the next one will be the growing communism. So what happened is the Cold War between USA and USSR is mainly an only difference and the only reason why Cold War started is because of the difference in ideologies. Make continued cooperation after World War II are unsustainable. The, the Democrats they believe in uh, free communism. They are all about and the private ownerships are allowed. Democracy while are allowed in this country. And last one is that democracy values individual freedom while some they only care about the benefit of the society. So of course both ideologies have their drawbacks and benefits, but mainly we are more favored towards next one. So the common ideas were vulnerable, felt unfairly treated. Equality is more popular for the people who are being exploited by the powerful and after Civil War, the USSR established USSR is the United Union of Soviet Republics, and political freedom is was much. They established dictatorship and give themselves the power to shape the society according to them. And of course, first one, they seize private property. And the next one is many who those will be arrested or and it gained popularity in and he was concerned that his colonies would under this as an ally of USA for war. There is there's the thing called Malayan emergency that we learned a long time. Now what happened? The MCP had due to the help in resistance against Japan. So what happened is that it influenced both trade unions and the Chinese medium school. There are anti-colonial feelings. That is the first. And plus, what they attack the rubber plantation in mines, while rubber plantation is owned and managed by the British in the British field. So in June 1948, this one must remember. This one very the you the Europe three European the bridge. So yeah, and then after that, a state of emergency is declared in Malaysia. And in July 1948, MCP, uh, Malayan Communist, uh, so the fear of communism happened after the victory of CP in 1949, or we call it CC. And due to the considerable population of Chinese immigrants in Malaysia and Singapore, you see, the first one, the victory of CP, the population of the Chinese immigrants feared that the appeal of communist ideas would among them. So how did they win wars? Is mainly housing challenges, food shortages, and managing industrial and rebuild and a local party. One, two, three, four, five. One, two, four, 5 points are are the strategy, but eventually they failed to support. So shortage of housing due to destroyed and run down due to World War II and also baby boom, which is 1948 to 19, the highest birth rates in the world. Also overcrowded. People live in slums, and also in Singapore, their shop houses are overcrowded and unhygienic. And then the SIT accelerated the building program to provide local. What happened? But unfortunately, they only built 20k, uh, 20k of housing and shop units, while the estimated is 1,000, no 10,000 per year, which means that by the end of the cost, it will be the 130k. Well, this the I think it's the 10% of the K. And it persisted in the 1950s. So, and also they address shortages. So the food short supply and a growing population, war disrupted shipping, affecting, and of course, the war disrupted the ship, affecting the flow of food supplies into Singapore. And neighboring rice producing countries did not have enough rice to export to SG. So this one supply, growing population, and plus the war disrupted, affecting the flow of food supply. Neighboring countries did not have enough rice to be exported to Singapore. After World War II, the India and China, and Malaysia, they are the main exporter of rice in Singapore. Right? They don't have enough rice because the Japanese they destroy the crop, or they took away the crops. So what happened is that rash, the rationing continued, malnutrition and widespread, and also wages cannot keep up with the. So the British, right? They somehow overcame by establishing per restaurant to provide affordable. So in Singapore, at time there are 10 restaurants. So next one would be the managing of the industry. The bad working, the housing shortages caused the wave of strikes during the many industrial strikes. In 1947, it's considered as a year of strike. Overcharges strikes, 70,000 workers. Some lasted for weeks. Quite sad. What happened? That they were the members of trade union and wanted to immediate change. Like they wanted immediate change and went on strike to address. And some English educated people concerned are also concerned with the working. However, however, they suspected the communist workers were stirring up anti-colonial feelings in strikes, right? So in 1947, all unions have to register to the government and cannot use fund to have strikes activity that oppose the government. It's a little bit like dictatorship to be honest. And then one is continue to be active and industrial RF remain an issue. You know that there are a lot of strikes happening. The Maria Hertog and NTNS, the Singapore Chinese Middle School. Of course, you want to rebuild the economy, right? There is like um very important to improve lives or and there is there was no revival of trade in the if there's no revival trade, no jobs and no enough tax revenues to pay for the human welfare. What happened is they repair the ports, damaged ports of course, and restore SG status as an important trading. So they expanded the trade, they control the trade union, and there's abundance of food harvested. No, food harvest. So in 1948, ended the worst shortages of and hardships, and it continued to survive. 1950s, an entrepot trade was exported raw materials from Malaysia hinterland to and Indonesia. Malaysia and Indonesia have a lot of that Singapore can directly access, right? Yeah, so they took the products of the hinterland from Malaysia and Indonesia and then process it and then export it to other countries and then they earn revenue. Entrepreneurship at that time, right? Last year. So yeah, that's how we built its economy. However, it started to decline in the 1960s. The last one about politics is allowing local and political participation. So uh, they held elections in 1940, and then SG people are given a chance to see who will represent. And the first time though, it is the first step to democracy. However, that low participation, 22,000 registered, and the population eligible was an idea. See, they're not born in Britain, and there's only Singapore, actually one other, but So what are the I've learned that there's like I think I have a document this thing find my notes real quick. So we have four municipals. The first one is this one. Um hmm, municipal of Southwest and then the municipal of Northeast. So of course we will talk about why were there riots in 1950. Then after that, how they be talking or here. Uh, the seven, the main is about rights and the road to independence or self governance. All riots are Maria Hertog riots and as right. And there are two negotiations. First one is the first Merdeka talk by David Marshall, and next one is the second Merdeka talk from by Lee Yu Hock. And their first election. The first one is the SPP. The second election that's um RF and the emergency is which caused the Malay emergency. The first one. So the British concerned that Malaya and SG were under rule due to the influence from other countries, Vietnam, so in China, happened. Got considerable support from because they contributed to the resistance of the Japanese in World War II, right? And there's also most of the population are Chinese, so it's very easy to influence or even bring some sympathy towards the Chinese, right? And what happened is that uh so next amid the post-war economic difficulty, the influence of the trade unions and the Chinese medium school, they stir up the anti-communist. Lastly, they attack the rubber plantations and the tin, or most of them British owned. Item factors. So what happened? What triggered it? Is they killed three European rubber planters in a year, and they declared Malaya's state of emergency. The following month, MCP declared illegal. And then we have these three people. The first one is Lim Chin Peng, the second Secretary General. The next one is Lai Tek, the first secretary, and then the next one is Kong is support Southeast Asia Communist Movement. The first riot is the Maria Hertog. So who is Maria Hertog? The girl born in Java in 1907 to Dutch parents. And then the father is imprisoned in 1940 during Japanese occupation, and her mother handed over Maria to a local Muslim friend, Mina. Mina, very good, right? She took care of her daughter very well. So, like, care of Maria so well for 8 years. But her mother only took care of her through her daughter. And so, of course, Maria Hertog has a deeper connection, right? So, after World War II, they moved to Malaya, the Foster family, and then she was renamed to Najah binti Ma Aruf. So, what happened that her mother is called Adeline Hertog. So, Foster family raised in Najah binti Ma Aruf is in. So, Adeline she made a court case to reclaim Maria back. And the and then the British judge threw Maria to her, be returned to her biological parent while and to waiting to be sent back. However, the public censorship religious issue, so the Muslims were upset because they think that the religion being communists supported thing British decided unfairly such, and they especially after like so what happened is burn the cars, burn down them, they attacked the Europeans and Eurasians in no the fires went on 3 days. And then at the end of the day, 18 killed and 100. What happened after that? That there's another riot called anti. So after the they feel the responsibility of defending Singapore evenly spread that everyone should part in the national service. So of course it's because of the Malayan emergency make British is very urgent. So the ordinance passed it like and then meant for 8 priorities. I think or else fine and will be imposed. And it's deeply unpopular in the because they think that years of education due to World War and they do not want to be let their education be disrupted. They think that the British also discriminate Chinese education while they also while they favor 30 of 500 students held a protest and a riot police sent to the and it was initially a peaceful demonstration like they just marched on the so after the student clash with the police it violent protests 26 of Egypt deaths lah all the Chinese Medium school on 22nd May classroom in high school sang songs and have classes and on hunger strike. So they forced the British to postpone the registration to boost their morale and to be more politically active for motion of the students, which caused the forming of SCMS Singapore Committee sympathized with the students and disapprove the use of violence. hotly bus. It happens in a small PF, and the workers are from the Singapore Bus Workers Union and Hotley Bus Employees. So what happened is that the union felt being unfairly treated, right? And like they're not able to grant leave the Hotley Bus employers different in late April 1950. Led by Feng Shui they went on strike. So what happened? They dismissed 239. And after the hunger strike in front of the gates of, and they prevent the buses from in the bus. So which caught, and there comes the police intervention. And then in 27 April, they continue. So they used batons and 50 people were in. And then more than 10,000 students in middle school gathered, gathered to food, sang, and of course David Marshall came to like solve the problem, but he failed. And the employees, other companies joined the and 12 crashed the dispersed the crowd water hole. And the people threw stone bricks and bottles for uh, but why bottle? And then after the riot, it caused four deaths. Riots, government negotiated, and then however the trade any trade union released and protest, but not as in no Chinese riot. So September 1956, government banned the SCMU for and the 5,000 students they protested. They demanded registration, re-registration, and then this warning from the government protest. The 140 posters and also they camped in a school and Lim Kong asked to evacuate by 8 p.m. to 4 October. However, uh, the support of the trade unions, like they encouraged them to fight the large crowd gathered outside and then what? There's a violent mob and then riots again. Like and then after that, riots spread across the island for 3 days straight. Like it's not only one part of Singapore, it's the whole. And then the truth Malaya being said. And then 20 died and more than 120 and live other and other and Labour Front here to the British place is because of how Lin Yu Prime Minister. The Chief Minister that control the situation. However, the Labour Front appeared to the people in SG to be running of the British colony. let's talk about so David Marshall mission to press for SG self-government. However, they wanted full self-government by 1957 and express which the whole Singapore controlled. And then, however, past 5 years, the British government they adopted Labour Front law and order to protect British economic and defence interests. However, which caused the Singapore no, the come back to Singapore empty-handed. And David he vowed that if he fail, he will right? And then if Safa PT resigned as the and then Lim Yew Hock took over his position. And the Merdeka laws in 1956 about and then he another delegation and I went to like negotiate. It's the full internal self-government plus internal and so they know that the British is so 1958 they concluded finalized and they agreed to control all the domestic issues except for internal security controlled by the British. And after the Singapore independence, there is some control of internal Malay by the people, which caused mental damage. And then for the election, assembly talks our about the 19 people eligible are automatically registered, and there's 25 elected, and the people in Singapore higher degree of self because of the British Farm Commission review the local people can, and then the commission submitted the report. We recommend limited self-government of Singapore. Review the constitution. All bolder words are after that 1955 and the control the local will control education, health, housing, trade, or British will control law, finance, affairs, defense, and all those like very super duper important one are controlled. British one, others one are and proof is important step in so there's a very low participation of Singaporeans in the legislative time. It really encourages participate in it. There's a Labour Front and People Action Party. And Labour Front also Labour Front is with David Marshall. And then what he did is that he deeply criticized the ability of Singapore Progressive Party to push effectively for self-government. And they raise awareness by speeches, pamphlets, and flyers, and they also have talks about it, rallies, and then they wanted to bring an end to the British colonial period and anti-colonial thoughts, and then it gained huge local support. Plus, they they even like promised to improve the welfare of the workers. So at the end, there are 79 contestants, and that's 160% of the 160,000 voters voted. It's slightly above half of the eligible voters. So the night of 2nd April 1955, 5,000 people gathered at Empress Palace to wait for the result. And Labour Front won by 10 out of 55, no, 10 out of 20 states. And the David Marshall in newspaper seems to be very happy. Colonial authorities were very shocked. They expected SPP to win, and this proved that people want to be free from colonial. That's all we have with. So that time, instead of 25, they will split into 51 constituted, and then one representative per constituent, and not all the seats in the elect all of them. So there is 13 parties and 190 elected government have almost full inter and the super duper. They have radio, podcast, newspapers, pamphlets, speakers, loudspeakers, broadcasters, and election. They work hard. So the Citizen Ordinance in 1957 enabled about 330k residents to become citizens in suffrage. Suffrage is the right to vote. And then the compulsory voting, which caused the 520 results at the early hours of the. So the Labour Front, they contested for 39 seats and they lost 35 because of the unhappiness of the middle. And PAP won by 43 of 50. PAP People Alliance Party is beat by and 1950 at the party at the start of the SG internal self-government without. So from 3rd December onwards, usual being inside is called the Young Department and the SG state flag, state national anthem are placing the Union and God save. So this and let's have a break for maybe a few
一个人喝酒，一个人踱步，一个人面对这世界的残酷。我把手插在兜里，握紧拳头，回想那无尽的夜空。无数过往的岁月，有温暖的跋涉，也有冰冷的苟且，在回忆的滚烫归去来兮。现实狠狠击打着我的胸口，想说眼前的我到底是谁？面目全非了，没了最初的样子了。如过往的岁月，有温暖的溶解，也有冰冷的苟且，在回忆的滚烫中归去来兮。现实狠狠击打着我的伤口，我想问眼前的人到底是谁？面目全非了，没了最初的样子，尽管看起来我很富有。于是我一个人喝酒，一个人唱歌，一个人面对着无聊的生活，一个人买来面具，假装着强悍，笑着跳进人海里。于是我一个人喝酒，一个人唱歌，一个人面对着无聊的生活，一个人买来面具，假装着强悍，笑着跳进人海里。一个人买来面具，假装着强悍，笑着跳进人海里。于是我一个人喝酒，一个人唱歌，一个人面对着无聊的生活，一个人买来面具，假装着强悍，笑着跳进人海里。于是我一个人喝酒，一个人唱歌，一个人面对着我，一个人买来面具，假装的强悍，笑着跳进人海里。一个人买来面具，假装着强悍，笑着跳进人海里。
Loving your Spotify free experience so far? You can always discover new ways and more places to listen. Learn how to download music to play offline and turn shuffle mode off or on, depending on your mood, with Spotify Premium.
弯弯积木，缓缓座位，
云听唱片又轮回了几遍，骑骑单车，荡荡秋千，看看云堆，还要吹散几遍。哦，不知不觉已走了多远？你大河前，我有花园，差一点多一些。路过了学校花店，荒野的海边，有一种浪漫的爱是浪费时间，徘徊到繁华世界，才发现你背影平凡的特别，绕过了城外边界，还是没告别。错过了太久，反而错的完美无缺，幸福兜了一个圈。想去的终点，就在原点。聊聊是非，吐吐苦水，喋喋不休是时候谈风月，懂得无悔，好场约会，重新定位，要成为你的谁？哦，不知不觉已走了多远？你的河前，我有花园，差一点多一些。路过了学校花店，荒野到海边，有一种浪漫的爱是浪费时间，来回到繁华世界，才发现你背影平凡的特别，绕过了城外边界，还是没告别。错过了太久，反而错了完美无缺，幸福兜了一个圈。想起来好像昨天我们初次见面，想不起很久以前就有你在身边。谢谢你陪我迷途乐园，绕了一个圈才体会这样的约会多么可贵。学校花店，荒野到海边，有一种浪漫的爱是浪费时间，来回到繁华世界，才发现你背影平凡的特别，绕过了城外边界，还是没告别。错过了太久，反而错了完美无缺，幸福兜了一个圈。那些美好的兜圈，让回忆值得怀念。
有些时候怀念从前日子，天真离开时，你却没说一个字，也只是挥一挥手，像扔掉废纸，说是人生必经的事。有个他轻泛，有感觉怅然若失。镜子里面想看到人生终点，或许再过上几年，也有着虚伪的脸。但我们是为了这样才来到这世上，这问题来不及想，每一天一年，是匆匆忙忙。你我来自湖北、四川、广西、宁夏、河南、山东、贵州、云南的小镇乡村， 曾经发誓要做了不起的人，却在北京、上海、广州、深圳某天夜半忽然醒来，站在寂寞的阳台，想从这不变的寂寞中逃出来。许多年前，你有一双清澈的双眼，你好起来，像是一道春天的闪电，向你看遍这世界，去最遥远的远方，感觉有双翅膀，能飞越高山和海。许多年前，你曾是个朴素的少年，爱上一个人就不怕付出自己一生。相信爱会来，相信每个陌生人，相信你会成为最想成为的人。习惯说谎，只是变成这了吗？有一套房子之后，还能去爱别人吗？总是以为沉默之后就能抚平伤痕，欲望变了这个活的人，让青春耗尽，生面目可得。你我来自湖北、四川、广西、宁夏、河南、山东、贵州、云南的小青小村，曾经发誓要做了不起的人。却在北京、上海、广州、深圳某天夜半突然醒来，像被命运叫醒了。他说你不能就这样过一生。许多年前，你有一双清澈的双眼，很好起来，像是一道春天的闪电，想看遍这世界，去最遥远的远方，感觉有双翅膀，能飞越高山和海。许多年前，我曾是个自私的少年，爱上一个人就不怕付出自己一生。相信爱会来，相信每个陌生人，我的世界树上见。我曾经是少年。
Okay, think we okay. So Machina. Okay, so I know that quite old. Song. That is actually quite because like not only there's a lot of content. There seems and between different uh between Malaya and there's also difference and also is changes such as how the Malay prefer very now I want okay Okay. Is my so how did Singapore be independent nation? Yes, there's a typo here. It's not AND. It should be so PAP merger. Why did the merger with next one? Why Malaysia the battle of merger? Or why did Singapore push in the three and then it's separated in 1995? Mashini, are you with me? So first one.
I am.
So the first one, why did Singapore want to achieve here? First one is the political independence. Very important though. And then if Singapore want to gain independence from British, it need to other country. Release the British is the British uh, communist movements in and got Singapore and Borneo from spread. British sought to provide greatest political North for North Borneo. North Borneo is Sabah. But it's because of why is SG itself uh and the next tariffs in the long run. So it did not appear to have a promising rapid and then why is because that independent country they direct their export through their own ports and reduce their losses and decline and then the especially the Malaya why is Malaya well there is in a group our MY layer M sure is Malaya and then LKY is Lee Kuan Yew. Okay, I put Tunku Abdul Rahman. Okay, there's too many Ashwini, if you have any question, just type in the WhatsApp chat and then I'll answer. Goods more expensive between Malaysia. Through the common market, they can and mainly last tariff. Malaysia Hinterland can create FG manufacture, and also they want the and larger demand for FG because they increase more jobs. However, Malaya in the initial response is that Malaysia first Prime Minister actually thought that it would spell trouble because stark differences in outlook. People in SG and M is the cultural differences. They might be reluctant Malay Sultan and Malay as an or Islam as the so there's three. The first one is the head of state. Second one, national language. One, the uh, religion. And also racial merger with Singapore meant that combined Chinese population will outnumber Burn and also many Chinese sympathies for the community. What happened? Right for the and then all does not cause no one to. However, the second one, independent come independent. Malaya no longer no representative in the internal and lost in with the absence of colonial government, it make the threat of the colony harder to contain, harder to control. Let me check some. So PAP might take over PAP or by member sympathetic are I think it's the Barisan Socialist if I'm not wrong. And Singapore would less willing to less consider a merger of those accept. And then it's less dangerous once merged. The communists will be controlled by the Malayan government. And then especially the Malayan images feel if abandoned that this influence other to consider communist government as our which is what happened because Vietnam next to Vietnam is is China already. And China turned a country. The next one is Hong Lim by election. It feel further feel Tungu's feel let him to for the idea. So represented by Ong Eng Kwan, I call it OEG, and then she's also felt in favor as his actions as the Minister of National Development were not in line with the party's direction. What happened in June? So June, he openly challenged the PAP. Then he suspended the minister from the party, made him resign his legislative, which triggered the by-election. And then the Hong Ling defeated PAP 73. And then what happened? This not only caused Hong Ling election with the moderate views and change gradually. There are two parties like the stands, moderate views and change. The first one is want to change, and the second one is the radical views, drastic change, more forceful. That one good thing that it lost the moderate one, losing its and then that the radical PAP government and become a base of spread communist ideas. Go back to it, which directly linked to this one. Some the agreement on a proposed merger, right? 22nd May 1961, highlighting the prospect of merger. And why Sabah, Sarawak, and Brunei? They help to offset SG, and then Lee Kuan Yew declared the support. Began discussion. For the radical group, right, objected, found them by the federal government of control internal security. Decided to sabo the PA by asking us to support this instead, which caused we lost the Ansem by-election and then sealed Tunku commitment on the Malaysia conflict. So happened that they agree on broad terms of merger. So we have a special, so this have his own head of state, colored in blue, given the title of Federal National Federal System. Federal knows only election to government, which is actually quite normal in other states. So only able to elections in Singapore, collect own revenue, take care on an agreed upon sum, control of education, labor matters, and civil defense, and federal government station in KL to oversee internal security and dealings with foreign government. The Battle of Merger. Just a, so what's the result of the battle? The Battle of the Merger. So the opposition of course is the radical group. Most in favor lah, but some strongly oppose it at it's felt unbearable to the people. And then they try to support challenge the Lee Kuan leadership and then failed, expelled, and then formed Barisan Social Forum, or called BS. And Dr. Lim Xiu Chun, chairman, and Lim Jin Xiong as the Secretary General. And they opposed it because of the status of the population within a new are called of federal, like they're just the change of name, like differs, and concern as cities will not be automatic. And then only known as federal national only can who only vote in and then then the next one is that the allocation of the seat the parliament caused them to think that the underrepresentation of Singapore is assigned a second class status in the country. So in September 19, BS started a campaign post and what happened? Student demonstrations and labor strike participated in radio forums, debate issues. What happened to PAP, which is mostly the moderate group of the PAP, embarked a 1 year long convince it. What happened? Give Lee Kuan Yew gave a video course called the Battle of Merger, and then allowed people in Cambodia and Sabah and Sarawak. Important feature, which is an important feature of any battle parts and march. First, the parts and the mines. If you want to learn more about the Battle of Merge, you are here because I quite quite some effects of it. Yeah, the website is loading. It's first is talks by the on the merger between us some of the there are three versions of it and 36 broadcast by Lee in less than a month. So there's also the Hokkien and talks broadcast and rediffused. They're talking battle merger in published book as well. 200 cover book in English are printed sold for $1 a why $1? Then mainly I think it's because that like they want more people to have access to those books and read them and then understand why Lee Kuan Yew wants a better of merger more compared to other books $5 right? And also paperback yeah are distributed for free of charge. So launched a of the book in 2015 and then which government got 71% following in the referendum. Let's have better of merger. Oh. Uh, let's mute here. Oh, you know what? I'll just show it here.
Future. In the next few months, we shall settle the constitutional arrangements for merger. In this series of broadcasts, I hope to tell you what merger means, why it's good for all of us, why it's coming, and why some people are deliberately creating trouble and difficulty over merger to prevent it from taking place. Everybody knows that merger is inevitable. The Tunku has said it, the PAP have said it, and the communists also admit that merger is inevitable. The inevitable is now happening. Some people can try to postpone the inevitable, but no one can stop it. The artificial division at the causeway is a temporary one, and it's only a matter of time before it is swept aside. No political party, no single person has dared to raise his voice against merger. But you will see that quite a number of political parties and persons are deliberately being difficult about the terms and conditions in order to frustrate and delay merger between our two territories for as long as they can.
Yeah, so it's a small snippet of it. I can't show the whole video because it it's will take quite a long time to think, so I shall continue with the let's continue with teaching itself. So there's exhibition to highlight the benefits of here. There is a Malaysia exhibit in 1992 aimed to those culture and social territories and show lives and cultures of the street and then the most important one is the referendum. First settlement 1962, there is to find out what type of merger the people in Singapore wanted. Three options. There is three options. So I'll read out the who page 99, the referendum paper. Let's see. Option A, saya sokong I support the merger giving Singapore autonomy in labour, education and other matters as set up in command paper number 33 in 1964 citizens becomes citizen. I support complete and unconditional merger as a state on an equal basis with in accordance with resolution. And then the third one, for Singapore entering Malaysia on terms no less favorable than those given the Borneo territory. They're quite similar. And what happened? Or the PAP preferred option A. Or Barisan Socialists of all three and urge people to cast blank vote. So, at the end of the day, they showed the results of 70.8, 1.7%, 1.4% of 25.7% blank vote, 0.4 rejected, and which means the indicator for support the government and they reject the Barisan Socialist or to. So, what happened after that is the weakening of the Barisan Socialist. Second February, gained more than 100 people team and 20 Barisan Socialist for the Sabo information and planning to launch uprisings. And they are called the Operation. So, so it weakened and also subsequent 1960 election, PAP won 37 seats and Barisan only won 13 of 51. So what are the reactions of formation of Malaysia out and here? The first Brunei, they declined and gained independence British 1984, and the Philippines not a had a rightful claim of North Borneo, broke off relation. However, eventually after negotiation, courts the Sarawak agreed to join, and after findings Cobalt Commission, because of the opposed the and it's like uh between Sabah and Sarawak should come under it and broke off diplomatic and launch confrontation, military attacks, other acts in cause instability of the to one of them. What happened in the formation on 9 July? There's an agreement signed and so came beginning on 6 and then SG transferred control foreign affairs and some initial terms became also modified. SG citizens automatically become Malaysia citizens. Malaysia common market be established and then oh next one. Why did Singapore separate? There's a long story behind. First one, the economical disagreement. So, expected that common market tariffs were lifted and contribute 40% to revenue to, while in reality is delay is a 60% due to and then felt that fair and that's because its original. The next one is the political disagreement. Uh, that parties in SG were multiracial and sought to represent the interests of all communities, regardless of race, should be given opportunity. The best way of enabling Malays better is education. Malaysia have an alliance party is UMNO and UMNO is the United Malay Organization. Um, Association MIC. Looking into perspective Islam and special privileges for Malay. Certain number of jobs. What happened? A long story, like literally 1.5 page. So in September 1960, joined forces for more people on for alliance backing of the alliance party in KL, contested and to win more and perform poorly was 37 or 50. And then they said that the result is deeply and then the Malay candidates lost their seat AP. And then PAP decided to join the 1960 and further strengthen the relationship AP and AP. PAP questioned the way AP governed Malaysia, promised that Malaysia would not be governed along racial. And then the PAP leaders upset. And after that, PAP won the federal election. UMNO decided bringing back the Malay vote. And then UMNO leaders PAP government for neglecting Malay interests. And then after that, Malay press as Melayu by his Arjuna son. And then anti-PAP sentiment spread. And that they treat Malays in SG as second class citizens and greater emphasis on education and 12 July 1964, Syed Jafar al-Abbas said amid 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 a fiery anti-PAP speech, raised tension and the speech in New Star Cinema transferred out to kill LKY and Othman War. And to ease tension, A meeting with other 100 non-political Malay organizations that Singapore government would do is almost help in education, employment, and housing, and reiterated Singapore quality terms of value printed the first riot. The first riot is that the Muslim gathered at Padang for the birthday of Muhammad. Clashes broke out in several areas, riots, and 23 dead and 450 curfew imposed across the island. So the goodwill committee was formed to recount 2nd September, the murder of the Malay treasurer, riots, and an island curfew. 13 days, 106. The AP agreed not to raise any matter issue in nature other elections. However, SAP announced that it would be uh, and then uh, PAP, other four Malay parties formed the Malaysia Solidarity Chain for Malaysia, upset the alliance leader and the special and UMNO leaders helped Lee Kuan Yew. What happened is EAR is called Abdul Rahman. Convinced that the federal government and as he saw the 1960 time of this spread through racial classes and sign of the federal, and it persisted for the SG a few agree because they believe that this will end by July 1960 negotiation, and then the English agreement 19 August. Then Lee Kuan Yew announced quite federation, and then the next day newspaper carried the news of separation, and then Singapore became independent nation, becoming public with used to be in. So yeah, so it is a new chapter for history. What are they able to do? They were not that were initially not addressed by the British government. I think that's all of the stream. Very much. I will see you because I was okay. Bye.